How can you see into my eyes like open